Good morning, children. I am your English teacher. Today, I'll be doing grammar, that is analytical paragraph, children. See, children, in the public exam, the board, CBSE board exam, you will have this for 5 marks, children. You may be thinking, what is analytical paragraph? See, children, in maths, you would have already learned from the lower classes the graph, that is bar graph, pie chart, line graph. So these three type of graph you would have done in your mathematics. So today the same graph will be given here in English. You will have to explain it in a paragraph. Around 100 to 200 words you have to use and write this, children. So what is analytical paragraph? An analytical paragraph is a form of descriptive writing which is written on the basis of a given chart, graph, data, outline, clues, table, etc. When writing an analytical paragraph, children, you should remember to describe the facts in the best possible manner and to cover the information provided. See, children, one example I'll tell you. In Jnana school, from the year 2000, you think, 2000 to 2001, SSLC result percentage, like a bar graph, they would have shown it. Okay, up to 10 years they will be showing from 2000 to 2010. Each year it would have increased or decreased, so they would have given you the bar graph over there. This bar graph, what you will have to do is, you will have to explain it like a summary, children. Okay. So, the analytical paragraph has to be written in around 100 to 120 words. And so, the paragraph must use clear and crisp language. The words what you are using here should be good English there. Understand? And language along with providing complete details of the chart given in the question. The question will be given and the bar graph, line graph, pie chart will be given. You will have to study first. You have to read the chart over there and there will be an internal choice also will be given to you all, children. Okay. 2 graph they will give, either one line graph they will give, bar graph they will give. They'll ask you to write any one. So that is an internal choice also will be given in your board exams. So children, the features how to write this analytical paragraph here. First, you have to describe the given chart, table, data, graph, clues, etc. It should be brief. Understand? It should be brief and comprehensive. That is, you have to include complete information about the graph given over there, children. At the same time, it should state facts that are provided by the chart. Whatever the facts, now I told you about SSLC result from the year 2000 to 2010. It can be, okay? Or one more line graph, it may show you about the population census. It may show you from the year 1950 to 2000. 50 years, that is 10 years, they will be showing you. Every 10 years only, you all know that population census will be done. So every 10 years, it may raise or it may decrease. So this you have to study, children. You have to read it properly. Then it should state facts that are provided by the chart. It should be the fact, whatever is given in the chart only you have to write about that. You should not add your own descriptions over there, children. And it is necessary to make use of simple and accurate language. You can use it, children. You need not think how to write it and all. It can be simple English and accurate to the graph. You can use your languages, children. And it should mention the figures and quantities appropriately. Now, as I told you, 2000 to 2001, SSLC result was 99% in Jnana. In 2002 and 3, it was 95%. So you will have to mention, this is an example I am telling you. In the next class, I'll be showing you the figures and I'll be explaining it, children. So you have to mention the figure quantities appropriately, which is given in the bar graph or pie chart or even in the line graph, children. And it is appropriate to use the same tense throughout the analytical paragraph. Whatever tense you are using, it should be the same from the beginning till the end of the analytical paragraph. You should not change your tenses over there. And no personal observation or response should be provided. You should not add up your own personal numbers over there. And it would be preferably to use the passive form of the verb, children. Passive form of verb you have to use over there. And so, when you are thinking about how to write this analytical paragraph, there are some formats, children, for this. An analytical paragraph, it can be divided into 3 parts. The first part is introduction. The second part is the body of the paragraph. And the third one is conclusion. See, anywhere, any story, if you start also, you're going to give an introduction. If it is a picture story, children, example. If a picture is given to you all and they ask you to write in a page or 2 pages, what will you do? First, you will see the picture. You are going to write the introduction about the picture, and then you are going to write the body of the story, and then you are going to conclude. If you have any moral also, you will be concluding. In the same way, if you see this analytical paragraph, you have to write the introduction first and then the body of the paragraph, and then you have to write the conclusion, children. So, format of an analytical paragraph writing, I have told you 3 formats are there. So, in the first introduction, you are going to explain it in 1 or 2 lines, the subject of the graph given. Understand? And in the body, you are going to explain in detail what the graph is about. Understand? It can be about population, I have told you. It can be about the result. It can be about, now if you take example COVID-19, if you take from the month of January till the month of June, 6 months he would have given you. So that is also shown in the graph. So this type of graphs will be given, and you have to use relevant figures which is already given in the graph only. You should not use your own figures there. And you have to explain trends, make comparisons and contrasts, and divide into sub-paragraphs. You can divide it into, children. Okay, first paragraph, second paragraph, third paragraph, like that you can make the paragraphs. You know how to start a paragraph. You have to leave some place from the margin and then start a paragraph. Then only we say it as a paragraph writing. And then you have to conclude. There will be a conclusion for everything. So in the conclusion, what you are going to write here is, you are going to overall view or the summary of the graph you are going to give over there in the conclusion. You are going to conclude in your own words that 2008 was the best results in Jnanajyoti school. You can mention whichever you find it is the best. You can write it over there in the conclusion and conclude it, children. So now examples I'll be telling you. If you discuss each of these in detail, the first I told you, the introduction. In this introduction, you are going to write the first paragraph, and it should brief what the graph is about. I have been telling you, and it should be like an opening paragraph that introduces the reader to the context of the chart given, children. And when writing the introductory paragraph, you need not go into the details. You just need to mention what is clearly evident from the chart or the graph given in the question. And it is best to write the introduction in 1 or 2 lines, children. The second is the body of the paragraph. This will be an analytical paragraph which should contain details of the graph chart given in the question. It should contain all the important informations, children. And it is extremely important to choose the significant details and it should be included in the paragraph. And then the body can be broken into 2 or 3 subparagraphs. As I told you, you can make it into 3-4 paragraphs also, as it depends upon the chart given over there. And on the information which is extracted, you have to see from the graph and write it. And then you have to breaking the body into subparagraphs makes it easy for the reader to understand. If you divide it into subparagraph, it will be very easy for the people who correct your answer sheets. They will give you good marks for your paragraphs, children. And the last one is the conclusion. Here the last paragraph should summarize the idea mentioned and the information in general, and it should be concluding in nature and act as the closing statement. For everything there will be a conclusion, I have told you. So it should be like a closing statement over there, children. And here one should keep in mind that one must not include any personal opinions. You should not give your own personal opinions and all. Whatever the fact, the figure is given in the graph, you have to write it, children. And then you have to do the conclusions or observations. Whatever you have concluded, seeing the observation, you have to write it. And you should simply stick to the facts given there only. You need not dispose of the information to write a good analytical paragraph. You need not add up anything to make your paragraph big. And the key is to choose wisely the important information, organize it in well state, correct facts, and summarize it properly, children. So children, in my next class, I will be showing you the examples, and I'll continue my class in the next class. Thank you all, children. Have a nice day.